Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. Woo! And I'm feeling good. Y'all ready for me? Cause I'm ready for y'all niggas tonight. This be Sneaky. Here I is. Hey! What's good? What's good? Here I is. Here I is. Here I is. Well, here I is with another Here I Is flow on the Relationship Rehab Show. And don't forget about the UGOA, United Guns of America. That's what I said. That's my other channel. And y'all better sub, cause I'm about to talk about some things tonight, and it's gonna be shit. What's good, y'all? I'm so happy to be here with y'all on tonight. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I appreciate that. Click that like button, click the subscribe button. It's going down. We talking about how Rittenhouse, and we gonna see just what is going on. All right. All right, y'all, look. It's about to go down. We about to do the damn thing. I am ready to break this thing down. Now, a lot of people have been commenting about this, and you know, matter of fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna get it cracking, and then I'm gonna do my thing, do my chit-chatting voice. So let's go ahead and let's listen to my favorite part of the show. Yes, indeed. This is where y'all hear the sweet, soft, sultry, sexy voice of my wife, my good thing, my forever chick, my baby mama, my wifestress, my side chick, my girlfriend. She is my everything. Let's do this. Talk to us, baby.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism,
listening to
news
the girl
reporting,
that's mine.
teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of
sipping
copyright
on
under
wine.
17 U.S.C. 107.
Listening to the girl that's mine. I'm kicking it tonight, y'all. I'm ready to have a good time. I've had a great day. Shout out to my brother, Easy E. We had a good time today. Went to the gun range, got in some of that click, click, pow, pow. Yes, indeed. Had a good day. I mean, you ever had one of those days when you go to the range and you just like, you're getting them all in. You're getting them all in. I was getting them all in today, y'all. I was getting them all in today. Man, you talking about smoking barrels going down, smoking suppressors. Matter of fact, I couldn't even put my suppressor back on. It was so hot. You could have wrapped some bacon around this boy and fried it. It was just hot. It was good. I was getting them all in today, man. I'm talking about, man, just the rifle work today was amazing. It really was. I was happy. I can't wait to go back and do it again. I ain't really get to do too much pistol stuff, but That AR-15 today, you talking about working it. Whip it, whip it, whip it, whip it, whip it, whip it. Flip it, flip it, flip it, flip it, flip it, flip it. I'm telling you. All right, so before I get into this, it's a few things that I want to say. I was really shocked at, well, I wasn't shocked. I was shocked. I was more disturbed. I wasn't shocked because I know that niggas love to lie. That is just I don't know how we got to that, but niggas love to lie. They just lie. He said, Deion Prime said, I thought I was Kyle. Hey man, let me tell you something. Kyle was scared. I wouldn't have been scared. If anything, you would have saw me taking a knee, laying them motherfuckers down. I'm telling you, I'd have been laying, I'd have had, boy, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Had I been Kyle Rittenhouse, oh, it would have been, number one, it wouldn't have been no running. It would have probably been maybe a 5 to 6 step back pedal, and then your boy would have took a knee and went to work. I would have went to work. That situation right there, and that's what it was so crazy. Everybody's making it seem like, and people are talking like this dude was like an active shooter, or like he was, and that's why I titled this, is he a vigilante? How did he become a vigilante? And it's like, people just want to make, anytime, and I hate to say this, but anytime a white boy got a gun, he's an active shooter, serial killer, mass shooter. He's the worst motherfucker in the world. And it's like, he was 17. He's just 17 years old. Them niggas should have left him alone. They say. That's Tommy's song there, boy. But I'm just saying, they really made it seem like this dude went there to shoot people. And that was one of the things and that's one reason why I got the lovely slideshow right above me. Because this is not your classic or typical, he's not a Columbine shooter. And that's how everybody's acting. He's not a Columbine shooter. The kid went out there to do what he said he was going to do. He wanted to go out there, number one, to provide medical support. I get it. And he wanted to go out there and protect property. Now, let me add this in here, because all I'm doing is telling the truth. The young boy was excited, and he was happy to have his AR-15. He got his AR. I don't know if he's had it for 10 years or if he's had it for 10 days, but he had his AR. He had a sling. He wanted to go out there and protect some shit because he felt like he could. His sheepdog warrior spirit took over, and he wanted to go out there. So this ain't no thing to where, oh, I was just an innocent bystander kid and trying to help the people. And then, no, he went out there with good intentions. However, he wasn't prepared for what he went out there for. And the fact that that dude went out there, and even though he's 17, about to be 18, he shouldn't have been out there. He was 17. He wasn't supposed to have no bullshit. I can't tell you how many people done had guns and they wasn't supposed to. And if the dude's birthday is in 2 months or 2 weeks, or if it's in another year from now, it didn't matter. He was out there with that gun, but he wasn't out there to shoot motherfuckers. He was out there to literally defend people's property. And you clearly see that if you watch the other videos. And it wasn't just him by himself. He was out there with some other cats doing the same exact shit. So it's like, the whole point to this, what people trying to say, he shouldn't have been out there, he wasn't supposed to be there. Man, come the fuck on. Them goddamn protesters shouldn't have been out there. And this is a clear example of what happens, and y'all mark my words with this. This is what happens when you have fucking politicians playing with the people. Because that's what they're doing. They playing games with people's property. And I'm not talking about the politicians are playing games with the citizens, with y'all, with us. They playing games with these people, and they letting their shit get tore up. And my thing is this: I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Now, the thing about it is, I can definitely say this shit that's going on in Wisconsin, that shit ain't happening down here in Texas. They ain't pulling that shit. The Antifas, the Black Lives Matters, all of the protesters that have been here in the DFW area, them motherfuckers have been the most peaceful people, peaceful protesting as motherfuckers I've ever seen. You would think that those people were missionaries. They so goddamn peaceful. I'm talking about they come down, they get their little microphones and their little boom boxes, and they, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, justice for whoever, justice for, they doing all that shit. And ain't nobody I think the only thing, if I can remember over these past few months now, I think the only thing that has been broken was like a window down in Dallas. They broke like a window to like a department store. I don't know if it was a Macy's or a Nordstrom's or somebody. That's all they did. Broke a window. Didn't take shit. Broke a window. That's it. And you know why they did that? Because the police in Dallas, the police in the police in the DFW area, they ain't fucking around. Ain't no stand down and let the people do what they gonna do. Governor Abbott is like, hey, look. Now, that's one thing my daddy used to always do this. My daddy, when he serious and he talking to a motherfucker in the pub, he be like, hey, look. He be like, look now. One time, let me tell you a quick story. I wanted my brother watching because we laughed our motherfucking ass off at this. So let me tell you, my daddy, police officer, right? 30 years, Chicago PD. Shout out to Chicago PD. But my daddy used to, at the Evergreen Plaza show, my daddy didn't like going to the Evergreen Plaza show. Why? Because the number of niggas go to that show. But he could get into most of the shows in Chicago back in the day. You can get into it for free if you use the police or you got a discount ticket. So this particular movie, I want to say it was Boys in the Hood, if I ain't mistaken. But I think it was. I think it was Boys in the Hood. So because my daddy wouldn't let me go with my friends, he said, I'm going to take you to it first. You know, it is what it is. I was mad at the motherfucker then, but I get it now. But we went and he took us during a matinee. So it was like maybe 12, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, some shit like that. But we go and we sitting there. We would always get there in time for the show. We got our popcorn. We sitting in there. Wasn't hardly nobody in the show. But anyway, at this particular show at Evergreen, this is another reason why we didn't go to Evergreen. They didn't give a Chicago policeman discount. But he was like, fuck it. We paid anyway. So we sitting there, me, my brother, and my daddy, we sitting there waiting on the show to start. The lights are still on inside the theater. And it was about 8 young niggas. Young niggas came in. They loud and shit like, yeah, we about to watch it. I can't wait to see Ice Cube in this movie. My old man was sitting on the end of the aisle and he turned around and heard them little young niggas talking wild. My old man grabbed this young nigga arm, was like, hey, look here. We ain't gonna have none of that in here now. We paid. Those little niggas shut up. They was quiet as hell. My old man just stopped their ass like, hey, look. He said, hey, look here now. We not gonna have none of that. We paid. Like, it's like if he didn't pay, he was gonna be cool with them niggas being rowdy. No, he's just on them young niggas' asses. But my pops, he ain't fucking around like that. Like, motherfucker, you at the movies, be respectful, watch the movie, and enjoy it and all that, laugh and all that shit. But don't come here with this loud shit. But he stopped that shit. But that's how Texas is. They like, hey, we ain't fucking around with y'all. Y'all can do that shit in these other motherfucking urban areas and these other motherfucking blue states and shit. Y'all ain't doing that shit here. And that's just like even with all of the shit that went on in Chicago. It's because the politicians opened the door. Y'all, it's like like I said, it's like a stray cat. You feed that stray cat one time. All it takes is one time. And the cat gonna keep coming back. Cat ain't going nowhere. The cat will lay under your window. He'll go in the bushes. The cat will have 35 kittens. The cat won't go nowhere because he had a free meal. And that cat is figuring, if they feed me once, they'll feed me again. So that's why a cat won't leave. Stray dog, same thing. That's what they did. And them letting these people tear this shit up, letting them, they protesting peacefully. Here's the thing. They not protesting peacefully. Y'all see them tearing up shit. Y'all see them setting shit on fire. Y'all see them burning up car lots. Entire car lots. What the fuck does a man getting killed or shot by the police have to do with you tearing up a bunch of shit and setting shit on fire? It makes no sense. And they let them do it all because they want you in despair and chaos. That's what they want. And the thing is that it's happened for so long, and people, because of social media and everybody being able to actually show this shit, we not just seeing what the media is doing. The media is the mass media will show you bits and pieces of a video to make some shit look a certain way. They'll spin it. And then you'll be thinking, oh, damn, that's terrible what they doing. Oh, man, that's terrible. Oh, they was peacefully protesting. How the fuck do a Wendy's catch on fire and get burnt down and it's peaceful? That's not peaceful. That ain't no accident. It's just like in Sal's Pizzeria. Them motherfuckers fucked that stove up and they set Sal's shit on fire on purpose. That ain't, and right, okay, the ugly truth is they keep saying that it's to be heard. Motherfucker, you don't have to be heard. And that's the other misconception. Let me explain this to you. You talk about the riots back in the 60s, right? And even take it far back, you can even not as far back, but you can just go fairly in the past, or newly in the past, recently, in the recent past. There we go, I get it. You can go in the recent past and you can look at the riots in Watts and Compton for what's the dude that got his ass whooped 56 blows? Rodney King. They tore that shit up, and even back in the 60s, you know why they tore shit up? Because that back then, the news wasn't coming to the hood when a nigga got shot. Back then, they didn't care if the police shot a nigga or killed the nigga. Back when you had the Klan running the police force and, hey, nigga, what are you doing? Oh, I'm going to the store to get some bread for my mama. Well, guess what, nigga? It's whoop a nigga ass Friday, and you just won. Yeah, back then, that's how shit was. But you don't have to tear shit up now to get exposure. Why? Because you have social media. You got social media to take care of all that shit. Motherfuckers can go live on Facebook. You can go live on Instagram. You can go live on YouTube. You can go live right now and just say whatever it is you want to say, show whatever it is you want to show, and you don't have to set shit on fire to protest. You don't have to burn shit up, tear shit down, steal, loot, and you don't have to do that. So that's why I'm saying today, it's no excuse to go and tear shit up. You want to protest, you want to walk up and down the streets and all that shit, and we shall overcome, lock arms, fine. But the minute you get a Molotov cocktail, a brick, a crowbar, and you want to go kick in the front doors at Apple, you full of shit. You're just trying to get some free shit. That's it. There is no protest in destruction. There isn't. Thank you. That's another point. You can record every fucked up bullshit, fuck shit incident that happens in the world today. You can record it. You can document it with ease. You can document it easily. No problem whatsoever. There is too many ways to bring attention to what it is that you're seeing or what it is you want to speak up about, to where you don't have to do what they did back when King got shot. Or assassinated, I should say. Back when you had the riots and all that stuff in Detroit, when they fucked Detroit up, the riots in '68 in Chicago and all that shit, you did that shit because you wanted the news to see it. Because the news would be like, goddamn, 4 city blocks burning in downtown Detroit? Let's go. They would hear that shit being called out over the police scanner. So they would come down there and then they would see, well, why are you burning stuff up? We burning stuff up because of what they did to Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. So yeah, you had that then, but nowadays you don't need it. It is not necessary at all. So whenever somebody's trying to justify, they want to be heard. Motherfucker, you have a platform that you can create at your fingertips. We are the downtrodden, we the poor, and we the meek, and we don't have a voice. Motherfucker, you have $1,000 phone in your hand. Document and say whatever it is you want to say. Record and put your shit out there. It gets around. So there is no reason for any of these people that's talking about protesting and we tearing shit up because we protesting. No. You want an opportunity to get some free shit. And the rest of it is the agenda of Antifa, Black Lives Matter. It's political terrorism. They're terrorizing the good, upstanding people for the sake of power. They are literally just trying to do, and y'all mark my words, after this election, watch how all this shit trickles down and die off. Watch. Wait until November. Watch how all the COVID shit start becoming old news. Watch how all of the Black Lives Matter motherfuckers start drifting back off and going back into their holes. They're going to all slink the fuck away when this shit happens. They're doing all this. So it's like, to take me to this point here, these people, and I can't be mad at them. It's so much bullshit going on that these protesters are literally terrorizing the people that are living their lives. They're doing it too, as Bane would say, the people. It's the corrupt that are out here allowing people to be victimized. People who have worked their entire lives to maintain and to start their own businesses. The people that are suffering right now today are the entrepreneurs. The people who are suffering are the people who worked for the entrepreneurs. And I'm telling you right now, that whole Democratic agenda, it is to keep you on the government teat. The more dependent you are on the government for finances, for welfare, WIC, all those services that you're getting is free. Yes, I get it. But when you're living off of what that is being given to you, you are a slave to that thing. That thing holds power over you. That thing has now the ability to control when you eat. They get to control what you eat. They get to control how much money you get. Think about how niggas went crazy when they lowered that $600 for that. I'm sorry, that extra $600 on top of your unemployment that you was getting. They lowered it to $400. Niggas lost their mind. The fuck y'all mean? That's $200 y'all taking from. That's what happens. They got you hooked. They got you hooked on it. Oh yes, we're gonna give you your unemployment so you get, what is unemployment? Is it 2/3 of your pay? Yeah, you get 2/3 of your pay, but with your 2/3 of your pay, we're gonna give you another $600 on top of it. So it's like, shit, I'm actually making more money sitting my ass at home than I was when I was going to work every day. Who's gonna turn that down? You telling me you're gonna give me a free lunch and a free dinner? Oh shit. I can't beat them odds. I'll take that. It's crazy. So it's like, when you look at what's happening and you look at how you're being treated and you look at what's happening to the good people of the country living in these neighborhoods, and those people are suffering, those people are getting tired. They're getting tired. They're getting tired of people waking their ass up at all hours of the night, telling them they need to move, they need to give up their house, they need to stop living in gentrified areas. What? So now they're saying, shit, what can I do? I gotta at least stand up and try to defend the shit that I have. Because my government ain't doing nothing for me. My local government is telling the police, don't do shit. Stand out there and take it. Yep, I know. Don't arrest nobody. Don't lock nobody up. Don't release the hounds. Don't do nothing. Just let them do what they do. And how does that work for me? So you telling me, the law-abiding citizen that's doing everything y'all want me to do, I pay my taxes on time, I pay all my bills, all of this shit that I'm doing, I get penalized for it by getting my shit pushed in? kicked in, burned down. That's what happens to me. It's just, and that's my same ideology with gun control. We want to make more gun laws. Why? The criminals ain't listening to it. It ain't gonna apply to the politicians. So who's suffering? The law-abiding citizens. The law-abiding citizens are the ones who are victim to or subject to more gun laws. You can't have this kind of gun. You can't have that kind of gun. You can only have a gun on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Anytime you got a gun, you can only have 4 bullets in it if it's on a Wednesday, and you only can carry it with you on Mondays. Well, what? If somebody come and break in, then you can't shoot them because they if it's the 3rd of every month, you get to you cannot exercise the castle doctrine. I can't stand my ground on weekends. It's like they want to come up with so many laws, and all it does, the majority of the people who are the law-abiding citizens, they the ones you want to tax. And then in order for you to even be able to carry a gun, you got to pay this fee. You got to go take this class. You got to pay this other fee. Do you realize in Illinois, you got to have a firearms owner ID. You got to pay for that. Then you got to take the concealed weapons license class. You got to pay for that. Then you got to pay for the license. Then you got to renew every time. Then if you want to buy ammo, you got to have an FOID card in order to purchase ammo. Then on top of that, if you're in Cook County, you can't have an AR-15. What? So I got to pay all these fees. Then I got to have all these other restrictions. Then I got to have 2 pieces of just to buy bullets. Are y'all serious? That's what they're doing to us. They're making you all victims. They are literally tying not just law enforcement hands, but they're tying your hands behind your back so you won't do shit. Because if you're a victim, if you're afraid, when you have fear, you will give up anything to not be afraid. Remember that. When you are living in fear, I don't know what they're going to do. What are they going to do to us? They might do something to us. If you live like that, anytime the government say, well, we could do this and this will help you. If we come up with a law to where you can't do this, then this will help you. Well, damn, if I do that, then what? It's like, man. Ashley Davis, let me tell you something. Just like you didn't announce yourself when you subscribed, just unsubscribe. You don't have to announce your departure. Don't go away mad. Just go away. What is all this extra trolling shit for? You don't have to be here. Bye-bye. Matter of fact, let me be a gentleman and let me open the door for you. How about that? Let me open the door for you. Let me open the door. Let me help you. I'm going to open the door for you because I'm a gentleman. That's what I do. I'm a gentleman. I'm going to help you out. And then that way you ain't got to worry about being, yeah. There we go. See how I helped you out? Bam. There it is. Now, getting back to my show on my channel. Thank you so much, sir. Have a good evening. But here's the other thing. When getting back to this dude being painted as this vigilante, as this active shooter with the police. So what people are doing now, this is what I've been seeing on social media. People are taking a picture of Kyle Rittenhouse and they're taking the picture of, what's the other guy's name that got shot? Jacob Blake. They're taking his picture and saying, oh, the police will shoot him in the back 7 times, but then they'll show Kyle walking with his hands up after he just shot 3 people and the police drove right by. Yes, you know why the police drove by? Because they didn't know he was the fucking shooter. There were dozens of people out there with guns, including one of the motherfuckers he shot. Plenty of people were out there with guns. The police were responding to the call. They were going to the scene. They didn't even know what the fuck was going on. They didn't know who that person was. He's walking down the streets in a non-threatening manner. That's why they drove past him. There were plenty of people walking around with AR-15s, walking around with handguns, walking around with skateboards, a graduate from Skeeter Mill College. Plenty of people walking around with weapons, so you don't think that, oh, this person got a weapon, I need to stop him. You're not going to think that. So I don't understand how people are trying to match those two up. And the other thing about that, Kyle Rittenhouse didn't have no warrants. Okay? He, at that time, was not known as a criminal by police. So they didn't know who he was. He was just a law-abiding citizen from the looks of what they could see walking down the street. So why would they stop this guy? Why would they arrest this guy? They were telling them to get out of the way and to go home. However, had the police been there from the beginning to stop the protesters, none of this shit would have happened. Did you ever think about that? Did you ever think that the reason why these protests have been getting out of hand, it's because the police have had their hands tied because of the politicians who've been telling them, put your hands in your pocket. Just saying. So, let's go ahead and let's watch this. Now, here's the warning. The following video contains disturbing content that may not be appropriate for some viewers. You have been warned. So it's going to be some motherfuckers yelling and screaming, getting shot and shit. So if you don't want to see that, now would be the time to click the fuck off. Yes. And shout out to everybody on the United Guns of America channel. I appreciate you guys being over there. Now, another thing too, before we get into this, I want to say, let me check my subscribers. Y'all know that we are on the road to 10,000. We trying to get 10,000 subs before December 25 of 2020. So let's have at least one good thing come out of 2020, and that's whatchamacallit, 10,000 subscribers. Now right now we done went up. We done went up now. That's good now. We had 5,832. So let's keep it going. Now y'all see that Ashley Davis just unsubscribed. I know, I lost one. I know. So y'all see I'm struggling now. I done lost one. She done left. I obviously wasn't doing what she wanted me to do. So now she's unsubscribed. Y'all heard her announce it. So I'm just saying. So I need y'all help. If you're watching this on the replay, please subscribe because I just lost one. Okay? I just did. So y'all help me out, please. Please help me. Help me, please. Please help me. Help me, please. But let's go ahead and let's get into this. All righty, let's see here. I'm going to take this off. And then, yeah, buddy. All right, we're going to show that one last. And we're going to show this one here. Yeah. Yep, we're going to show that one there first. So let's watch the news joints and let's see what they were saying.
A 17-year-old in police custody tonight in connection with the shooting death of 2 protesters in Wisconsin. And tonight we are learning more about the...
Let me start the press. Hell yeah, feeling froggy leap. Just sub. That's what's up. Ow! How about that, Ashley Davis? In your face. I remember that from back in the day. In your face. Thank you so much for subscribing. That's what's up.
Moments leading up to the police shooting of Jacob Blake. CBS 2's Allie Bauman has this.
Cell phone video shows the alleged gunman opened fire on protesters overnight Tuesday in Kenosha, Wisconsin. 2 people were killed and a third injured. Police believe this began when 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse of Illinois shot one person in the head at a boarded-up gas station. Protesters tried to subdue the teen, who was armed with a semi-automatic rifle, when he fell and fired again into the crowd.
Hey, he just shot them! Hey, dude right here just shot them!
The gunman then walks with his hands up past several law enforcement vehicles. Rittenhouse had told cameras earlier he came to keep guard.
So you guys are full on ready to defend the property?
Yes, we are.
The sheriff says armed people were patrolling Kenosha streets like a vigilante group amid protests and riots. Wednesday, Rittenhouse was arrested for first-degree intentional homicide.
I don't need more guns on the street in the community when we are trying to make sure that we keep people safe. Law enforcement is trained. They're the ones who are responsible.
The unrest.
And here's my thing with that. You saw what was going down. You saw what was happening. Why wouldn't you have all of the troops, any and everybody you can, with what's been going on in the past just few weeks alone? You saw this happening. You saw this shooting happen. Why wouldn't you call in for any and everybody to come assist? And the minute you heard of, hey, we got a hot spot here, these people here protesting, you got a hot spot here, and disperse your people, your troops there. Why wouldn't you do that? You know why? Because you want shit to go sideways. You have to realize this, and this is for all of you public officials, because y'all opened the door, y'all opened Pandora's box. All of this shit now, anytime, anywhere, they feel as though they can go and test some shit up, they're gonna do it. Because nobody's going to jail, nobody's getting locked up, ain't nobody being stopped. They're just letting them run amok in the streets. That's just what it is. So it's like now you have to try to reestablish order, because it's been nothing but chaos these past few weeks. I'm sorry, these past few months. It's been chaos. So it's like when you have this much shit going on, people are just now, it's all of these Black Lives Matter paid protesters, all of the people from Antifa that want to just come and tear shit up, they're going to be more emboldened to do it because they see ain't shit happening to them. Till now.
Comes after Kenosha police shot 29-year-old Jacob Blake while responding to a domestic dispute Sunday. Wisconsin's attorney general says officers had tried tasing Blake unsuccessfully as he walked to his car where his 3 young sons sat inside.
While holding on to Mr. Blake's shirt, Officer Rustin Shesky fired his service weapon 7 times. Officer Shesky fired the weapon into Mr. Blake's back. No other officer fired their weapon.
The officer is a 7-year veteran of the Kenosha police force. Investigators later recovered a knife from Blake's car, which he admitted to having. His mother continues to urge peace amid the chaos.
I feel like I'm in a bad dream.
Blake is said to be paralyzed from the waist down. The city of Kenosha remains under a mandatory curfew. Allie Bauman, CBS 2 News.
There you have it. So now, as we go forward, let me go ahead and go to this next one. And it's like, I guess my thing is just what people are trying to paint this as, it's what it's not. And that's one of the reasons why I said, I got to do this video. I got to do this show. Because this is, they're going too far. And what it is, it's creating so they're definitely playing the black and white race thing. They're playing that. Shout out to Quintina Blaze. Thank you for the donation. Hit your boy up. And y'all feel free to click that Cash App, click that PayPal, and hit your boy up if you like what you're seeing. They're playing this race thing. Why? Divide and conquer. They want to keep, the more that people, and we as a people are focused on race, the less focused we are on class. The haves and the have-nots. I've talked about that many a times. But when we have people say it's a black thing or it's a white thing, this had nothing to do with black or white. Hear me. All 3 of the people that he shot, the 2 dead and the 1 that's wounded, they were all white. So there is no black and white thing in this whole thing, but they're trying to paint the picture to say, well, they do this to black folks, but they let the white guy go. They let the white boy walk away. They didn't see the white boy shooting anybody. They didn't see any of that. And it's like, and once all of this went down and they got all the information, they came and they figured it out. And they got him arrested. He has to go through the process. That's it. Maybe if a lot of other people, maybe if a lot of niggas would just go ahead and go through the process, you wouldn't have so many getting shot. You wouldn't have so many, what is it, like 1,000 people that die at the hands of police every year, whatever, on average. People say, that's a lot. That's 1,000 people. There's a lot of 1,000 people just dying from the police. Yep. Compared to what? 7,000 black on black crimes, 7,000 people that die, black folks that die by black folks. We know who's the champion city of that. Sweet home, Chicago. Yeah.
Was the teenager who police say shot and killed 2 men during the unrest in Kenosha, Wisconsin, acting in self-defense? Well, that's what his...
And that is the first question. That is the first question.
Lawyer is claiming, but will that claim hold up in court?
Was the alleged vigilante charged with shooting 2 men to death during a night of chaos and protests in Kenosha, acting in self-defense?
And let me tell you something. This is a classic case of self-defense. Here's why. He's running away from these people that's chasing him. He had already gotten hit with a skateboard. White boy pulled the Skeeter Mills on him. You see this picture right here? Oh, this is perfect. Let me see if I can go back here. See if I can go back. Go back. Dang it, I can't go back. That's because I got it set up wrong. But if you see what yep, I did that wrong. I should have did that slideshow a little different. But if you see in the pictures, and you'll see it, this kid's going to keep cycling. There's a picture of a guy, one of the guys who was chasing him and got his motherfucking arm shot off. Damn near. He's chasing him with a gun. I'm running away from these guys. This guy is chasing me with the gun. What am I to do? What would you do if you saw, so shout out to Falcon Nation, hitting your boy for $3. Thank you. What would you do if somebody was chasing you with a gun? Would that make you the aggressor or would that make you the victim? Somebody chasing you with a skateboard and they done hit your ass with the skateboard. See that right there? Bam. Hit his ass with the skateboard. And you hear them chasing him saying, get that motherfucker. Fuck his ass up. That's what you hear him saying. Yeah, that's a Glock. That's the baby Glock. So it's like you got these dudes chasing you. Now here's the thing. Why would you motherfuckers be chasing a man with a fucking AR-15? I tell you why. Because you thinking we gonna whoop his ass. It's more of us than it is him. That's what you call good old-fashioned white boy courage. Kelsey, Brandon, Troy, let's get him. Yeah, let's get him. I got a gun too. We're going to kick his ass. Thank you, Bellamia. That's what they're thinking. Classic. Classic. Going after his ass. And you know what they was going to do? They was going to whomp his ass and take his gun. Until what? That motherfucking AR-15 rides. Talk that shit. Y'all heard me say before in that other video I did about the white lady who got shot by the black cops, which no white people protested that, by the way. But anyway, the white lady at the hotel come around the corner with scissors at the black police officer. The black police officer put her down. I said, now, paper beat rock beat scissors, but rock don't beat Glock. Well, I tell you what, AR-15 beats Glock. Yeah. AR-15 beats Glock. And that's what happened here. And that motherfucker just let it ride. And I'm telling you right now, he was in all right to do so. Fuck y'all chasing him for. Fuck y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna beat his ass. And then you can even see there's another video where you see one of the guys that got shot, the dude that got shot in the head, minutes before, they got video of him talking about, shoot me, motherfucker, shoot me. Well, you got your wish.
This young man was attacked. He was attacked with what was clearly lethal force.
Yes.
He had the right to defend himself.
Absolutely.
The lawyer for 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse was quoted as saying,
"They're going to claim self-defense here, and that Rittenhouse was just trying to defend himself."
Rittenhouse faces extradition from Illinois, where he was arrested after the shootings that shocked the nation. Inside Edition has obtained video
There you go.
of one of the
That's him right there.
protesters.
That's the dude right there that got shot. And I believe that's the one that's dead. That's one of the two two that's dead, because it was 3 of them that got shot. That dude right there, you clearly see him, "Shoot me, motherfucker," talking cash shit. White boy courage to the max. To the max. That's exactly what was going on.
Joseph Rosenbaum, who can be seen screaming at the line of armed civilians who say they were protecting businesses from potential looting.
There it
That
is.
night, Rosenbaum was shot, allegedly by Rittenhouse. Jacob
He got his wish.
Blake remains paralyzed after he was shot in the back by police. Handcuffs confining him to his hospital bed have been removed. His father, Jacob Blake Sr., addressed the thousands of Americans.
You see that? You see who right there in the mix? Look who right there. Look who, and that dude that's on the right, no, he is not a gang member. He is the sign language guy. He is not throwing up gang signs. He ain't throwing up the rakes. He not throwing up the Crips. He ain't throwing up the blood signs and none of that. It looked like he kind of like doing like a dog shadow puppet right there. But he is not gang banging. He is just going out here doing his thing with the sign language. He's telling people that I am here to talk what this dude is saying. I'm saying it for the people that are hearing impaired. That's what he's doing. Y'all remember that dude from Spectre Man that used to talk in sign language all the time? The monkey face dude? He'd be like, "We must stop Spectre Man." They would do this like Spectre Man. "Spectre Man must be stopped. If we do not stop Spectre Man." Y'all remember that Spectre Man shit? But anyway, look who's right here in the mix all the time. Al Sharpton. Always race hustling. Always. Al Sharpton know every nigga that done ever got in trouble. He got a connection with him some kind of way. Him and old Rev, Jesse Jackson, they always showing up. What? Niggas doing what? I'm there. Book my flight.
Addressed the thousands of Americans who gathered in Washington today on the 57th anniversary of Martin Luther King's legendary "I Have a Dream" speech.
I'm tired of looking at cameras and seeing these young black and brown people suffer.
And an uproar ensued after the son of NFL legend Herschel Walker, who spoke for...
Boy, Herschel Walker's son is sweeter than ghetto Kool-Aid. That boy is sweeter than ghetto Kool-Aid. I'm talking about the Kool-Aid that Peanut be making at Sherane house. Right before he fixed some Dick Gregory for his uncle. That I'm pouring in half a bag of sugar sweet. That's how sweet that boy is.
2 nights ago at the Republican convention in support of President Trump's reelection, weighed in on the Jacob Blake shooting.
Another incident of a crazy, violent criminal refusing to follow directions from police officers.
Across the...
Hey, and he's right, too. He talking right. He talking right, but his wrist is to the left. You gotta love America, man. Only in America. Did y'all see that boy? Hey, he was voicing his opinion, though. I ain't mad at him. He doing his thing. Shout out to the LBGTGDPCQ
America, the fallout
Let's
to the
see that
Kenosha
again.
tragedy.
A crazy, violent criminal refusing to follow directions from police officers
across America.
A crazy, violent criminal refusing to follow directions from police officers
across.
A crazy, violent criminal refusing to follow directions from police officers. A crazy, violent criminal refusing to follow directions from police officers.
This is what he really wants to do.
A crazy, violent criminal refusing to follow directions from police officers. A crazy, violent criminal refusing to follow directions from police officers. A crazy, violent criminal refusing to follow directions from police officers. A crazy, violent criminal refusing to follow directions from police officers. A crazy, violent criminal refusing to follow directions from police officers. A crazy, violent criminal refusing to follow directions from police officers.
Okay.
Across America, the Kenosha tragedy shows no signs of letting up. In Minneapolis, disturbing video.
Goodness.
A trash can lid was thrown at this police officer.
Hey, look. No cap. No cap at all. I swear to y'all, I'm 99% sure that this video that you see right here of this police officer getting fucked up, one of the niggas from my hood back on the block, shout out to my nigga Chris, I think that this is his video. And if it is, I hope he got paid like a motherfucker for it. Yeah, they fucked him up.
It was thrown at this police officer.
Yes.
It was thrown at this police officer. It
Yes.
was thrown at this police officer.
I swear, y'all, my nigga, nigga from my hood, that nigga filmed this shit, and I saw this on his Facebook before this, because it was longer than this little clip. But a nigga took a garbage can, the metal, you know how they had cans outside on the street you put trash in? This one was metal, and it looks like a nigga frisbeed the motherfucker, or did a discus throw with that motherfucker, and knocked this police officer clean the fuck out. Chris, you remember April? I'm talking about Chris with the beard. The nigga, he look like Rick Ross now. But Chris, guess what I'm talking about? Yes, down the street on from whatchamacallit, 121st. That's what I'm talking about. I believe this. I swear to God, because I saw this, I was like, damn. But Chris, I believe, filmed this. I'm telling you, I'm almost positive that's his video.
Yes, sir.
Woo! God damn, I'm telling y'all right now, if a motherfucker hit me like that, I'm turning around and I'm gonna shoot somebody. That dude, Cole, he out.
New York, players
out
at
like
the
a
Mets
motherfucker.
Marlins baseball game came on the field.
Yes,
but
tall
not to play
Chris.
ball.
Yup.
Instead, they stood in silence for 42
Yeah.
seconds in memory of the immortal number 42 himself, Jackie Robinson, then walked off, leaving a Black Lives Matter t-shirt on the field.
The Mets and Marlins will not be playing baseball tonight.
Organizers of the MLK anniversary.
I don't. Here's my thing with this, with sports and this situation, and this is what upsets me. I ain't mad. I'm not mad at LeBron them and everybody else. Kenny Anderson or Kenny Smith. Yeah, Kenny Smith. All y'all walking off. The thing is this. Y'all are walking off y'all jobs. Cool. Y'all protesting. Cool. Y'all, only thing that I hear y'all niggas saying is Black Lives Matter. My point is, you gonna protest? Okay. You gonna demonstrate? I get it. But y'all have platforms that are so big that if y'all had y'all shit together, the agenda would already be set. You have all eyes, all media is on all of you athletes. Anybody that has a major platform, and y'all want to be y'all want to be activists, right? Y'all want social justice and all of that, then have a plan. Have a solid plan. So, because it's not about we just want to have awareness. Well, what do you mean awareness for what? What are you talking about? We want to have awareness. We trying to stop the kill. Come up with an actual agenda. This is what we want to do. We want to change the law for this. We want to stop that. We want to change this. Like, just let me give you an example, because I'm gonna practice what I preach. Let's say, for instance, if you really wanted to change some of the stuff that's going on, one of the places you can start, let's say, because here's the thing. Y'all are talking about the biggest thing about this whole shooting. He ain't had to shoot him in the back though. Right? Okay. So what you should be saying is not that we want these police held accountable, because those police should not be, there is no accountability to be held by the police aside from them letting this dude get to the car, but shooting him in the back, there ain't no law against that. There is no law against a police officer shooting a man in the back. That's going for a weapon, that has already been tased, that was already fighting the police, and he's going to a vehicle for a weapon, or where there is a weapon. So what you want to do is say, we want a law that says law enforcement can't shoot people in the back. That's something that's actually saying, okay, this is something attainable. This is something we can work on. We can write this in the law. We can do training and all that other shit around it, and we can make that happen. You can't shoot a motherfucker more than 6 times or more than 4 times. That's something that you're saying clear and cut. This is what we want. We want a law that says this. That's it. That's what you do, as opposed to just saying, we want the killing to stop. This is ridiculous. This keep happening. This is terrible. This is this. Because all of that you're trying to protest against, bring awareness about, trying to stop, there is no start. There is no place to start to correct this. There just isn't. So it's like, if you want to come up, and my thing is this, and especially coming from a law enforcement perspective, and being fair, what needs to happen, well, let me finish this video and then I can tell you what needs to happen.
Events say because of the pandemic, they did their best to discourage people living in high-risk states from attending.
So one of the things that you want to do is you want to create laws to change things to where if they do this again, which it probably will happen again, there is laws already in place to stop this from happening. And that law should be, if you want to say, hey, can't shoot a person in the back. Okay, great. Here's the other law for people, because you got to have it on both sides. So if you're going to take away the police officer's ability to shoot somebody in the back, fine. Here's the other thing. Citizens cannot resist arrest. Once you are told that you are under arrest, you have to surrender. If you do not surrender, that act of you not surrendering, for you not complying with the police officer, should be taken as a threat. And it should be taken as a threat to police officers and to civilian safety, which would then put them in position to use lethal force. If it's a law, then there is no excuse for ignorance of the law, and then everybody will know. Niggas, drug addicts, superheroes, villains alike. You would all know, if I resist arrest, I am now perceived as a threat to officer and civilian safety, and deadly force can be authorized. That's what you want to do. You want to change it to where you can say, okay, let's stop this shooting. They ain't have to do all that. It don't call for 7 shots. You right. Also, niggas don't have to walk away from the police. Niggas don't have to fight the police or resist. Niggas don't have to go to their car to see their kids before they get locked up. Niggas shouldn't have to do none of that. Niggas shouldn't have to go and get a fucking an arrest warrant. Niggas should go to court. Plain and simple. So when the police get there and they're doing an investigation, fine. Say what you want, do what you want. The minute they say you are under arrest, you are being detained, you are instantly supposed to put the cuffs on. Another part of that too, traffic stops. You get pulled over by the police, same laws apply until a police officer asks you to step out of the car. At that point, when the police tell you to get out your car, for your safety and the safety of police officers, they are by law to put the handcuffs on you. And at that point, they can either have you sit outside or they can have you sit in their car. Actually, they need to put you in the car just for liability reasons. That's what they need to do. You want to change this shit? You want to keep the scuffling and the fighting and the tasing and the shooting? Fine. If I'm a police officer, I pull you over and I have probable cause. You were speeding, your tags wasn't right, you got a warrant out for your arrest. If I ask you, I smell liquor, I smell weed, whatever the case may be, if you're in a state that it ain't legal, the minute I ask you to step out of the car, I am bound by law, and you are bound by law to submit to me putting the cuffs on you. Why you got to put the cuffs on me? It's the law, dude. I have to put cuffs on you to keep you and me safe. Because if you got cuffs on, you can't reach for shit, you can't grab shit, you can't do shit to me. And with you being cuffed, I have no reason to do anything to you. Now, what can they say? You put the cuffs on me because I'm a black man. Nope. I'm bound by law to put cuffs on you. And then that would hold police officers accountable, because if a dude get out the car and you see him on body cam, and that's all I've always said, that body cam should be universal across the board. Everybody should, all police officers should wear body cam. But if you pull out this guy out this car, you get him out the car, and you talking to him, shooting shit, whatever, and you didn't put cuffs on him immediately, now you're on the hook and you are liable for what happens in that interaction. And that will make police officers abide by the law. If I get you out the car and I'm like, oh no, man, we don't need to put cuffs on. And then it turns out you got a warrant for your arrest for killing 8 people. And then I say, oh, I need to put the cuffs on you. Now you got a warrant, and we start fighting and I wind up shooting you. It's my fault because I didn't put the cuffs on you as soon as you got out the car. If I put cuffs on you as soon as you get out the car, then now what? If I hit you, why did I hit you? Yeah, he's cuffed. Why did I shoot you? He's cuffed. Why did I put my knee on your neck? He's cuffed. There is no reason. Why did I slam him on the ground? He's cuffed. There's no reason to. So now if you know that you're expected to get handcuffs put on you when you step out of the car, by law, whether you guilty or not, it's for safety purposes. That means anything the police do to you after they put on the cuffs, that officer's liable. Anything that you do to the police before you get cuffs on, you liable. So what happened? Officer, well, I was asking him to step out of the car. I wanted to search the vehicle because I smelled alcohol. He got out the car. I attempted to put on handcuffs. He wouldn't. He kept fighting me, and I shot him. Why were you fighting him? It's by law that you're supposed to put on cuffs. Don't mean you're going to jail per se, unless you fucked up, unless you did something wrong. But for safety purposes, here you go. It's just like a pat down. I get you out the car, I can pat you down for officer safety. I can't go into your pockets, but I can pat you down for officer safety. Same thing. Same damn thing. So if you want to actually, to all my activists out there, to the LeBrons and the Kenny Smiths and all the everybody else is out there protesting and talking about we got to do this and do that and stop the killing, here's how you do it. Actionable items. Instead of just, y'all should feel like with Doc Rivers, grown ass on the news. We do everything we can because we love this country, but this country won't love us back. If you feel that bad, we can't buy no homes. You living in $1 million mansion, sir. We can't have access to certain things. Dude, you can buy any fucking thing you want in this world right now today. We just can't get no justice. Well, I tell you what, it sure is easy to get justice or to talk about not getting justice when you drive into your gated community, living in your fucking multi-million-dollar mansion, living your multi-million-dollar life, being a coach in the NBA. Where's the discrimination with that shit? Where's the discrimination with that? People talk about ain't no black NFL Okay, here's the thing. If you really want to go by percentages, 32 football teams. Black folks are 14% of the population. Black men are what? 7% of that population. So if you really want to talk football, it should be about 7% of ownership in the NBA. I mean, in the NBA too, but in the NFL. So you take 7% out of 30 of the 32 teams. How many owners is that? Somebody who good with math, put that in. Out of 32 teams, if you going by 7%, because the majority of the country, whether you want to believe it or not, is white folks, 7% will show you how many owners we should have. Maybe one? Maybe one? Somebody put in 7% of 32. Then you look at coaches. Offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, 2.24 teams, 1.9. So you're saying 1 to 2 teams should be owners. Okay? So we're talking about 1 to 2 owners. So you look at the NBA. How many owners do we have? We got Michael Jordan. And who else? I don't know who else, but I know Michael Jordan is a part owner of a team or whatever. But my thing is this. That's the go-get then. That's what Cap should have been kneeling for. Now, when you look at the players, now we on the other side of this. That's disproportionate then, ain't it? You would have to round it down. So we're talking about one NFL owner, one NFL head coach, one NFL offensive coordinator, one NFL defensive coordinator. That's what we're talking about, right? Do 7% of what's the roster? 55 players. 7% of 55 would be what? So you talking about you want to talk the numbers and let's be fair and equality and have equality? That's what the go-get would be then. We want one owner in the NFL. We want, what is that? One quarterback. Right. So we talking 3 quarterback. What is it? 3.5 or 6.5 out of a 55 player roster? So we talking about if we want to do that and go by the percentages and being fair and equal, out of 55 players, 3 or 6 of them should be black. All the rest should be white with a few Hispanics. That's it. So 3.85. So you say 3 players per team, black. 3 players per team would be black then. And what I'm saying is, does the NFL or should the NFL have more black owners? Yes. Should the NFL have more black head coaches? Yes. And the reason why I say that is because when you, especially from the coaching perspective, you have more blacks that play these positions. So therefore, you have more blacks that are more in tune with the game. You have more blacks that are used to and know the ins and outs of offense and defense, especially the player coaches. But it's not so because you have white owners. So I get it. What I'm saying to you is that's the go-get. That's the goal. That's what you protest for. That's where you get your say. You talking about, well, we want to have this, we want to have. There are more qualified players and coaches, and it's disproportionate because you need to have more owners. So why ain't a bunch of black billionaires getting together to buy teams? But here's the thing. The minute Jay-Z hooks up with the NFL, instant coon, instant sellout. He shucking and jiving. He's stepping and fetching. He's now a bootlicker. He's now a what do they call him? He's now a house nigga. He's now cooning for the white man. Now he's doing that. Jay-Z, who's probably the only black man on earth right now today that's on par, on track to actually becoming an NFL owner one day, we dogging him. We dogging him. So it's like when you're talking about saying we got to get in where we fit in, yeah, but you also have to look at saying, hey, how do we get into this game? Ain't nobody gonna give you shit. Do you know how many billionaires would like to be an NFL owner? It's 32 of them. That's it. Do you know how many motherfuckers want to be Jerry Jones? Really? Do you know how many? It's an elite club. This ain't no we trying to get everybody an equal chance in here. They're not doing that. They want to keep all that money for themselves. They want to keep their ranks closed tight. Look how long it took for them to get to 32 teams. Just saying. When you really want to look at it, it's like this. You want your spot. You want your space. The reason why we get the short end of the stick, and hear me when I say this, y'all, we get the short end of the stick because we don't own shit and we ain't built shit. You want your own thing? Build it. I think that was Tommy that said this shit a little while ago. He said all of the players in the NBA, in the NFL, the greater majority of them are black anyway. But how many of y'all supported Ice Cube's 3-on-3 league? Crickets. Now it's quiet. How many? How come everybody ain't walking around with the jerseys from the 3-ball league? How many people? How many people watch the playoffs? I can tell you right now, just in my own personal conviction, I ain't seen maybe 5 minutes. I didn't even know when the goddamn 3-ball games was on. That's it. We don't build our own shit. And then when we do have somebody to try to build something, we don't support it. Because it ain't Nike. Oh, man, I ain't wearing that, man. That shit ain't Nike. Think about whatchamacallit. The dude who came with his own shoe, Marbury. Stephon Marbury specifically came out with a gym shoe that was affordable for us. Because he said he didn't want no black kids killing each other for sneakers. And he didn't want black kids not being able to afford his sneakers. He specifically came out with an affordable gym shoe. What did we do? Man, them shoes whack as fuck. They only cost $40. Them shoes only $35. Man, them shoes ain't shit. If your shoes don't cost $150, your shoes is whack. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So it's like when you're talking about all of those things, when you're talking about saying, hey, we got this, we got that, we want this, we want that, what are we building ourselves? Because when you build it yourself, you control what you do with it. We want to take somebody else's shit that they built and say, we want a share of it. We want this amount. We want to be in it too. Give us this. Give us that. And not to say that you don't, if you want to participate in it, go ahead. But you don't get to tell another motherfucking group how they run their shit. You just don't. That's why you build your own shit. Reebok didn't tell Nike, hey man, we want you to make some shoes that pump up. Nope, they made them themselves. That's it. Let's go ahead and let's watch this video. I'm done with my rant. So this is the actual shooting here. That's the dude that just got shot. That was like, shoot me, motherfucker. The dude that was like, shoot me, motherfucker. They came after Rittenhouse and he got shot. Back and to the left. Back and to the left. That's what you see happening here. And my thing was this. What are you supposed to do? I don't understand how people are like really just being really confused with this. He was not there to shoot people on purpose. He had a gun to defend himself because he was defending people's property. And then you have some people saying why he feel like he needs to do it too. Yep. Now that's him, and it looks like that's him on the phone calling the medic after he shot the guy, or calling for help. I believe he was probably calling the police, or calling for some people to come and help him. Because I don't believe that was his intention, was to go there to shoot motherfuckers. Who does that? Who goes out to a fucking protest or to a riot to shoot people and then call for help for the people that got shot? And the reason why he's saying, people are watching now say, well, now he running away. The reason why he's running away is because motherfuckers is now like, he the motherfucker that shot him. Get his ass. See? He shot him.
Get away! Get me a fucking light!
Put pressure on him! Put fucking pressure on him!
Now that's so you can't see the
Where's the
gory
hole?
shit.
Where you been? He's right here in his head, Come on! Put pressure, put pressure, put pressure! Check him out!
Yep.
Hey, keep your eyes open, keep your eyes open. You shot him?
I didn't know.
Hey, you're okay, you're okay.
Let me talk to him.
You're okay.
Dude, that's not gonna help shit. Keep pressure on this shit.
Yeah, but you gotta keep him alive. Hey, bro, just talk to me, bro. What's up?
Yep. Now you see, now they're going after him. Oh no, they getting him into the car. That's what they're doing now. So that's the dude that got shot, and now they're trying to get him into the car. Calling for a medic.
Get back, get back. Get back, everybody, get back. Get back.
Now, you see that? There's a swing right there. And now it's like this. When you see him do it and they swing on him, they like, oh yeah, like we about to get his ass. That's exactly what that is. Listen. Get that dude. See? There's a swing there. He's still running away. You're like, yeah. There you go. Yep. There's Skeeter Mills. Skeeter Mills was the one that got shot too. That hit him with the skateboard. Then you're going to see this dude. He was coming at him trying to grab the gun. That's the guy that actually had a gun. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull this up so I can show you in the footage, in the pictures. I got the right, so I can do it the right way now. But that guy there, he actually had a gun. And he was trying to grab this dude. Wait, why can't it let me do this? Damn it, man. Nope, it ain't gonna let me select it. But when you see in those pictures, you saw the dude who had the gun. That guy was actually there, and he tried to grab the gun from him. And he had a gun until that AR-15 shot his motherfucking arm off. And he's coming at him like this, trying to grab. He's trying to grab. Well, let me see if I can show it to you. Trying to knock him down. They're gonna do with the skateboard. Hits him with the skateboard. Boom. There you go. Pick that skateboard up. Now see this dude here? He shot his ass. So he hit that dude there. That dude tried to grab him. Seems a little bit like Mr. Arbery, right? Same thing. Trying to grab a motherfucker gun, a motherfucker that's wielding a gun, trying to grab it from him. That shit is damn near, the odds of you being successful with that are 1,000,000 to 1. Just like the dude who did the shit in the Waffle House. That dude got so goddamn lucky, but he did something extremely dangerous. Now, you hear those gunshots? That's not that rifle. That's somebody else shooting. Yep. Get his ass. There you go. Yep. Yes. See that? And you're right, Falcon Nation. That sling, having that sling is extremely important. If you don't have a sling for your rifle, get one. I recommend you to get a 2-point to 1-point type of sling. 2-point to 1-point. So it's 2 points on a single point is just basically where the sling comes around and it only connects to 1 point on the gun. Usually like I can show you. So like on my rifle here, this little thing right here, I got a QD. That's a quick detachable. And that's a single that you can connect. My sling is actually a 2-in-1. So you can connect it right here, which is probably what he had or something like it, or they usually connect it on the buttstock. I like it actually being on the gun, and then it hangs. That allows the gun to hang down like this, and you have a sling around your neck. Where the fuck is my sling? Oh, my sling is in my bag. And it hangs around like that, so it can hang. Then there's another QD right here. That's where you can do a 2-point. So you can have it connected here in the back and connected here in the front, right there. And then that way, that's how you'll see, and it's on both sides. So you can see the rifle and it can hang like this. So you can have the sling come across there, have it come around to the back, and it surrounds you like that. When you are shooting, you can actually take that and you can actually aim it like this and tighten that sling enough to where it holds the rifle to you, to your chest. Or if you got it like this, however you gonna have it, you have it and it holds it close to you like that. So that's what that does. So that's why he had that sling on where his gun was able to hang like that. So if you gotta, if you using your hands or something, your gun is right here in front and it's accessible the way you can grab it real quick. Now, the other thing about that is when you have a 2-point sling, if you need to run, if you need to climb or something like that, you can actually take that and you can sling it. That's why they call it a sling. Sling it and have it either over your back like that, or you can have it across, or you can have it across like this while you're moving around. So that's why you get a 2-point sling. I would say at very least, whenever you can, spend the extra money. They cost anywhere between, I don't know, usually like 40. I've seen them as high as like maybe $120, depending on how nice you want it. But get you a 2-point sling that'll allow you to connect the single points. You can have it dangling in the front, where you can rest on it like that, or to where you can switch it and put it on a 2-point in case you got a long trek. So let's say if you up in the mountains, or you're taking a long walk, or you're taking a long hike, and you got to walk a couple of miles. You don't want that gun hanging in front because it'll be bouncing around like that. You take that sling, you can throw it on your back like that, and you can go ahead and do what you need to do. You can walk, you can run. If you got a thigh holster, you already have a weapon that's quick and handy to you, but you got your rifle on your back. You need to climb over a wall, climb over a fence or something like that, or climb in a ladder. Your sling is on your rifle is slung over your back, so that rifle's not in the way in your front. If you need to help somebody, you give them first aid or something like that, you take that rifle, you sling it over your back like that, and you go ahead and you can help, and you got your hands free and it doesn't block you from in the front. But yeah, you clearly see him get his money, and you see the gun in his hand. Trying to take a gun from this dude. That's exactly what happened. Yep. Get you every time, buddy. And people will try to say he was trying to get him. He was trying to grab the gun. I don't believe that. I believe that what that dude was doing is what they call a what do you call it? Damn it. Where you got your hands up, but you false surrender. That's what it looked like he's doing, because he's coming this way at you, and he got his hand, but he gonna fuck you up. He ain't trying to say, hey man, I'm just trying to talk to you. Hey man, don't shoot. If he's doing this but steady coming at you, he's going to attack you. That's called a false surrender. If I'm doing this and I'm bagging away, I'm surrendering. But if I'm doing this with my hands up and I'm coming at you, I'm gonna put my hands on you. That's what you call a false surrender position. That's what it looks like he's doing. Yep.
We got a gun, baby.
Yeah.
They shooting. Oh!
Yep.
Shot him.
Get back. Yeah. And there he goes, making the call. Yep. And the thing is this, it's like when you in a situation to where these people are allowed to protest, they really have gotten the mentality to where ain't nobody gonna do shit. Thank you, Jimmy. And Jimmy says it's a beautiful gun. Yes, it is. It's amazing. I love my rifles. I love it. But it's like when you have this thing to where they think ain't nothing gonna happen, then they're more emboldened. So people have been protesting and tearing shit up and doing all this fuck shit, and they think ain't nothing gonna happen. Ain't nobody gonna do shit. Well, now you have civilians, because law enforcement ain't been doing anything. Now you have civilians defending their own stuff. You have civilians banding together, defending themselves. So it's like now what they're doing is what the police should have been doing. Instead of y'all letting these people tear this shit up, you all should have been there defending these people property, defending these people that are being terrorized. Y'all should have been there. And the fact that the politicians tied their hands, this is what you're getting. People ain't good. It's only so far you can push motherfuckers, man. People are tired, and I'm telling you like this. I'm going to say what white people don't want to say. White folks are getting tired of niggas, especially the ones that ain't got shit to do with this shit. White folks are tired of niggas or having to take the blame, having to take responsibility for everything that done happened to niggas over the years. Everything that has ever happened to a black person, it's all white people's fault. And I know that they tired of that shit. I know when they talking amongst each other, they like, I'm so fucking tired of these niggas blaming me or blaming my people for every goddamn thing that's wrong with them. I'm telling you, they tired of it. I know I would be tired of it. Are there some things that our government needs to answer for that has happened to black folks? Yes. Let's address that, as opposed to trying to put every white person that's born today, if y'all ain't marching with us, then y'all against us. That mentality is what got us here. I don't blame the white people living on my block for my father's fathers being enslaved. I don't. Are there white people that have benefited from slavery? Yes. That's a government thing. Slavery was a business transaction. Our fucked up people in Africa sold our ancestors to the fucked up people coming over here who wanted free labor. Business. And once they got enough of them from over there, they started breeding them on their own over here. Business, like cattle. That's what they did. Face it, whether you want to admit it or not, yes, we were property. Yes, we were abused. Yes, we were mistreated. And yes, we do need some fucking retribution for the shit. Or some reparations from the shit. Not retribution, but reparations. We do. That's a government thing. That ain't a every white person that's on the planet thing. Every white person that ain't saying Black Lives Matter is their fault. And that's the agenda that needs to be had instead of it being a thing. Well, what are y'all doing? Why is y'all going? Y'all need to stop doing this. Love us. Take care. If you know that let's say for instance, every white person hate niggas. Every white person don't like black folks. Let's just say that's for instance. If that's the case, why are you asking the same white people that you say hate you, that you say are afraid of you, that you say don't like you? Why are you asking them to like you and to be nice to you? You would think that you would either go get it yourself and die trying, or you would go take what the fuck you wanted. And it's like those two options seems to be the farthest thing from black folks' mind. I don't understand it. And I'm telling you, the consistent bitching and moaning with no action, with no plan. If you said we want every black household to get $100,000 for reparations, That's some shit to go after. That's some shit you protest for. That's what you march on Washington for. That's what you go to the White House for. That's what you go to your congressman for. That's what you do. But what do you black folks want? We want $1,000 for every black house, $100,000 for every black household. That's what you go do. So when they say, well, what do you black people want? We want $100,000 for every African American household. Well, we don't have that bullshit. You just spent $5 trillion. How many black folks is it in the country? Is it 44 million? Is that what it is? 44 million blacks. So out of those 44 million, let's just say 20 million of those are black African American households. If it's 44 million niggas, let's just say it's 44 million Americans, black Americans, then let's say that's 20 million households. Multiply 20 million times 100,000. What is that? Somebody do the math for me. And that's what you asking the government for. That's what you talking to your state rep that, hey, I want you to vote for me. All right, well, this is what we want if we vote for you. Who counts as black? You go and you look at everybody's driver's license. That's it. Fuck a job app. Fuck all that. I took pictures and I can trace my route. Nope. Cut that shit off by the census. If your ass ain't grown enough to have a driver's license and you ain't got your own household, fuck you. If your ass has been living off the government tit for the past 30 years, fuck you. You done got your reparations. But every African American, that's $2 trillion. Thank you. That's what you asking for. And it ain't gonna even be that much because I know it ain't 20 million African American or black American households. I know it ain't. They're not. So it's like, it's gonna be less than that. Let's just say it's $1 trillion. That's a good round motherfucking number. You put $100,000 in every black American household, there you go. Get on your feet. Do what you're gonna do. You can send your kids to college. You can send your other part of reparations. You say, hey, I think it was Tommy that said it. Black folks don't pay. You get 4 years of free college, and you set the shit up in a time frame. Everybody who was from this point on, you get 4 years of college. Wherever you can get accepted. You pass the test and you get in. I don't give a fuck if it's Harvard or if it's Olive Harvey. Olive Harvey is a community college in Chicago. Whichever one it is, 4 years off the government. Here you go. If they can do it for our soldiers, they can do it for us. That's it. That's what you go ask for. You say, hey, every black person get 15 years of no taxes. From the age of 25 to the age of 40. No taxes. I don't pay taxes, goddammit. That's it. I get tax refund on the 15th. I say, fuck y'all. I get a refund check for all the shit that came out my check. That's what you do. That's reparations. That's a reparation plan. That's at least a foundation that you can start from. Yeah, tax exemption. Yep. I don't pay no federal tax. I don't pay no state tax. 15 years. So there you go. You actually have something to go to the table to say, this is what I want my government to do for me. And see what happens from there. That's how the shit works. Hold on for a second. Hold on, this is my wife. Goddamn it, we stopped the show for her. All right, cool. Okay, but that's what you do.
No, you'll be able.
Hey,
You'll be able to hear protesters there calling out to police as the individual with the gun walks towards them, telling them that this individual shot someone, and despite being walking
Amanda
right
K
up to
said
police, arms up,
they get
with a
mad at
gun
him for putting out a fire
strapped
in
to
the
their
trash
chest,
bin.
and
Wow.
those police officers just drive on by. And of course, as you can imagine, that has stirred a lot of anger from the
They
community,
didn't know.
in Kenosha, from the city. We know that police right now are investigating.
This shit just happened. They didn't know. It ain't like they're like, oh, hey, what's going on there, Kyle? Keep up the good work, buddy. We heard what you did. And Amanda, if that's true, if they get mad at him for putting out a fucking trash fire, sounds about right. I don't know for sure. I haven't seen anything that says that, but that sounds quite accurate. I can see them motherfuckers getting mad because he's stopping them from burning shit. Yep. Trying to grab it. There you go. You see the other dude? You see what I was talking about with that false surrender? You see the other dude? He was actually stepping back. And you see he didn't even shoot him. And I'm going to tell you like this. Shout out to the young man that he wasn't just shooting blindly. Like most niggas do, which is why we have 10-year-olds getting killed. Which is why a little girl who's sitting in her living room watching TV gets shot. That's all. And there, look at all this shit that's in the street. This ain't no peaceful protesting going on. They tearing shit up, setting shit on fire, and fucking shit up. Yes. There you go. And here's my thing. If he was there to just shoot motherfuckers, why stop? Mr. Robinson said he shot when he was in danger. He did. And when the danger left, he stopped firing. He really did.
Hey, he just shot them. Hey, dude right here just shot them. Dude right here just shot all them down there. That dude just shot them up there. That dude right here. Yeah.
See that? He's smart enough to not pose a threat. Not pointing the gun at the police or anything. He's just walking. What would they think? Oh, this is the shoot. No, you ain't gonna think that. Y'all riding to some shit. Y'all have no description of what's going on. All y'all know is there's a bunch of fucking chaos and shots fired. And there are plenty of people out there with guns. How is he not dead here? The reason why, just be real, and that's not a bad question at all. How is he not dead here? So why didn't the police just jump out and shoot him? Because in Wisconsin, you can carry a firearm. You can carry a rifle. In most states, you can carry a rifle. That's not illegal. And you would think that you would more than likely have some shit like that during a time like this. There's nothing illegal about that. Do you remember the dude who got when the retired police officer got shot at the pawn shop? And the dude who was watching him die would just kept saying, damn, cuz, oh man, oh no, cuz, wow, damn, oh no, man. That dude had a rifle. They was all out in the streets. He was talking shit to one of them cats at first, like, y'all motherfuckers gonna do some shit. That man doing his job. Y'all do some shit to him, nigga. We can do what it do. Nigga, give me the motherfucker, give me the ooh-wop. Nigga, give me the ooh-wop. Give me the ooh-wop. That's what he could do. That's what he was ready to do. Ain't nothing illegal about that. So this guy walking down the street with a rifle, there's nothing wrong with that. And then for people to try to say, if that was a black dude walking with a rifle, he'd have got shot. How many niggas have gotten shot walking down the street with rifles? Matter of fact, how many niggas got rifles? Most niggas, if they get to go into the gun shop, they want to buy the Glock with the 33 round mag. I want to buy the gun with the drum, the handgun with the drum on it, so I could be like, brak, 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 brak. Nigga, give me the Draco, nigga. I want to get the Draco. Most niggas don't even realize how much and how efficient of a weapon an AR-15 is. Most niggas don't even know how to train with an AR-15. That's why most niggas don't have AR-15s. Right. You give some niggas like the Just Fucking Around crew AR-15s, what happened? They shoot themselves. That's what they do. Give a group of niggas some AR-15s. What's gonna happen? ADs. Accidental discharge. 3 niggas going to the hospital. Medic. That's what you gonna have. So it's like you don't see that too often. You don't see these young niggas walking around with AR-15s. You don't. They have pistols. Or they have like some short shit like a AK-74 or some shit like that. What's that other one that they got? It's a new one, a new AK that they got out. I forgot what it's called. But that's what they have. So you don't see this. And in that situation, we don't even know if there was black people out there with AR-15s. Not to say that niggas don't have them, but you get my point. And there are plenty of niggas that do have them. The NFAC had the shit. How many of them got shot with the police out there? Not a one.
Someone injured straight ahead. Get out of the road!
There it is. All right, I think we've seen that enough. Yep. It's like this, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think this was self-defense, or do y'all think, y'all let me know. Was this self-defense, or was this vigilante? Was this Columbine Part 8 or some shit like that? Because I'm telling you right now, just looking at this, and I'm being as objective as I possibly can. I'm being as fair as I possibly can. I'm calling it on both sides. I don't see what this dude was in the wrong. I just don't see it. I don't see it at all. And even if you look at the dude that was actually filming the shit that before all this shit happened, is a dude named McGinnis. I wonder if I have that. Do I have that video? I don't think I do, because I said I don't even think we needed to really like go over that. Yeah, I didn't. But in the police report, in the case, because they of course filed charges or whatever, but in the interview that they did of the dude McGinnis, they clearly show him talking about this guy was here. He was he was helping clean up graffiti. He was helping people that needed help. He was here to be, provide first aid to anybody that got hurt. That boy had the right intentions, and it just shit went left because of the wrong environment that he was in. And my thing is this: people say he shouldn't have been there. He was only 17. What do you do when there's chaos? What do you do? Police ain't stepping in. What are you gonna do? After about 3 or 4 motherfuckers get shot, now the police saying, "Yeah, we here now." No, y'all ain't. Y'all been bullshitting because y'all want to make shit terrible. Y'all want to make shit bad just so people won't vote for Trump. You sacrificing your own citizens, your own constituents for a fucking election. It's terrible. And for that kid to be 17 years old to do what he did, I can't really be mad at him. He did a pretty good job. He did a pretty good job. And I'm telling you, as this shit develops, it's going to be more of the whole story that's going to come out. Because right now, the only shit that's really out is just the shit that makes the actual incident look like it was some bullshit. But the more and more time that goes by, the more and more truth going to come out, the more it's going to be, it was self-defense. Clearly, it was self-defense. So in Wisconsin, it says anyone under 21 can possess a handgun, but has to be 18 to possess a long gun. There you go. He's 17. He's about to be 18. I get it. So is he wrong in that instance? Yes. But if I'm not mistaken, what he did in possessing that gun, having that gun in Wisconsin at that age, because he's from Illinois, what he did was a misdemeanor. Having that gun, I mean, not the actual shooting. That's a misdemeanor. The other part to this too is people saying, what the fuck he coming all the way from Chicago for? People saying this dude, he driving, who the fuck gonna drive all the way from Chicago to Wisconsin? That is not true. This dude lives in Antioch. He's like right on the edge of the northern part of Illinois. Going from there to Kenosha is like maybe 30 to 45 minutes max. It's less than 45 minutes. I do know that. It is less than a 45 minute. I want to say it's about a half an hour ride, if that. If that. Okay, somebody said 20 minutes away. I would even be, I'm willing to even go with that. He's not that far away. It ain't like this dude drove a long ass way to go up there. His mom dropped him off. And that's the other thing too. I'm sure his mom dropped him off and 25 miles. Boom, there you go. His mom dropped him off, and I know I'm just putting shit together and being logical about it. She didn't just drop him off up there by herself. I know that there's some other people that was with him that he knew. Whether he knew them from some website, from Facebook, or if he knew them personally, I'm quite sure there's some other people up there that he knew, that she dropped him off with. She just didn't drop him off in the middle of nowhere and say, okay, go save people. No. Oh, okay, they saying he worked in Kenosha. There it is. Yeah, I knew that. People say his mom drove him up there. What mom would do that? He probably drove him up there with his friends. And they were like, man, we're going to protect this shit up here in the neighborhood, or where he used to work, or where the old neighborhood, whatever the case may be. Hell, it's like driving from Arlington to Dallas. Exactly. Going from Dallas, here in Dallas, going to Arlington, that's 20 minutes. That's nowhere. That's nowhere. So it's like, I'm just saying, it's like people are saying, well, he shouldn't have been there, should have stayed his ass at home. It's like you stay at home when you ain't got, it's like you stay at home, but when you're looking at what's happening, what do you do? And especially if it's someplace that you connected to. It's like if some people came and started terrorizing our neighborhood, I don't know these people. Not like that, just aside from a neighborly wave. Hey, how's it going? How you guys doing? But if some motherfuckers came out here acting wild as hell in this neighborhood for whatever reason, I'm showing the fuck up. And yes, I'm going to have my guns with me. Because if they'll tell my neighbor shit, they'll tell my shit. If they tell somebody else shit a block away, 2 blocks away, they'll tell my shit too. If they do the shit over here and over there, they'll do it here too. And if I got friends living in this area and I see that they tearing up their shit and they got businesses and all that kind of stuff, I would do that shit too. At some point, people are going to get tired and they're going to start standing up against this fucking anarchy. And I'm telling you right now, the law-abiding citizens of this country, we're tired of it. Enough is enough. We're tired of the looting. We're tired of the burning. And it's because it's all senseless. Y'all doing all this shit for criminals and for motherfuckers that just clearly are not obeying the law. And no, do they deserve to die? No. But that shit happens. It's way more people that die for way less meaningless shit than a motherfucker who got warrants and don't want to go to jail. I'm sorry, but I don't have sympathy for that. I understand it and I wish it didn't happen, but I don't have sympathy for that. Because you don't want to go to jail today, you gonna just fuck up the whole program, huh? Then when shit go left, oh damn, they ain't had to do that. That shit bogus. You get called a coon for speaking up. We all get called coons. And I'm telling you like this, they gonna keep calling you coons because niggas don't want to take responsibility for shit. They just don't. They want the easy way out. They want the easy way out, and they want a motherfucker to give them something that they won't even give to themselves. That they want a motherfucker to do something for them that they won't even do for themselves. And that's because the government has created this whole entitlement mentality with people who don't work for shit. People who don't have a goddamn thing, you giving them too fucking much, and they begin to think they're entitled to it. People think that live here that are on aid, on public assistance, on Section 8, they think we owe this shit to them. They don't look at it as though, man, these motherfuckers are working and they paying taxes so we can have this shit. Man, maybe I need to do what's right with it. No, they think we supposed to pay and give them and take care of them. Every day I get up and go to fucking work, I'm working for myself and my family, and I'm also working for a motherfucker that don't even know me and that I don't even know, who's sitting their ass at home with 4, 5 kids by 3, 4, 5, 6 different niggas. And they think that they supposed to get that. They think that they are owed that because it's been going on for so damn long. And then when you don't give it to them, when you cut the shit off, or if it's late, they lose their goddamn minds. We need our aid. We need our checks. We need our food stamps. I get it. But you motherfuckers are getting a free lunch and a free dinner and ain't doing shit for it. Ain't giving shit back to the world for it. Oh, I've been said my welfare plan. I've been said we need to do a welfare. I've been said that shit. You want to hear let me give you my breakdown of what needs to happen with welfare. What they need to do is 12 months from let's say the 1st of September. From September 1st to September 1st of next year. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 12 months, right? From September 1st to September 31st or 30th of next year, any baby that is born from that day on until the 30th, if your baby born on October 1st, fuck you. But any kid that is born from now until September 30th gets full coverage of welfare the way it's always been, the way it's always gonna be. Anybody else that has a baby after October 1st, you get half of what you've been getting for WIC and aid and all that shit. You still get your food stamps, but you don't get Section 8. And you only get it for, for 5 years, for when they start kindergarten. After that, you got to take your monkey ass to work. So you got 4 years or whatever to do that. Here's the other part of that. If you have another kid, that kid you get no increase. None whatsoever. The only thing you will get is medical coverage for that kid. If you have a third kid, you get nothing. You got to make it work with what's already there. That's it. And you let that shit run just like that. You get 5 years and that's it. Now, 5 years from that date that they cut that shit off, then you take that shit and you say, at this point, ain't no more motherfucking checks. Ain't no motherfucking Section 8. The only thing you will get is medical coverage for one kid. That's it. No more benefits for babies. Watch how these motherfuckers stop having kids. And yes, it's gonna get fucked up. Because niggas gonna think it ain't real. Niggas gonna think if I keep having these kids, and I'm talking about white folks alike, that's been on this motherfucking age shit, it's gonna get bad. But then they gonna stop. Because it ain't nothing in it for them. Still getting free birth control. You should better get birth control over the counter. Walk in, what's the latest birth control pill? The BC 1800? Okay, give me a pack of those. That's it. And you cut that shit off and say, hey, you knew. But I didn't know, I ain't got nothing for these kids. Why you have it? Why did you get pregnant? I got raped. Why you having it? I love him. Why you doing it? Go get you a job. Go get a job. Go put yourself in position. When you see it ain't no safety net like that, there you go. There you go. And what it's going to do, like I said, them first 4-5 years, it's going to be terrible. Because motherfuckers going to think it ain't real. And it's going to be some motherfuckers starving. It's going to be some motherfuckers fucked up in the game. But it's going to curb itself, and it's going to teach these motherfuckers to stop doing this shit. You ain't going to have no more welfare queens. You're going to have a few welfare princesses. You have a few welfare duchesses. But after that, that's it. That is it. That's how that shit should go. But I believe that's it. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. It's been a couple of hours. I think we're all on the same page as far as this being a self-defense shooting. I believe this was justified, straight up and down. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm telling you right now, I believe that that's what this was. I think that, man, people need to start doing, not necessarily going out and shooting motherfuckers, but people need to start standing up to these motherfuckers, man, because they're not going to stop. And we're talking about from here until after the election, man, y'all can't be putting up with this shit for the next 2-3 months, man. We get what? This is August, September, October, November, next 3 months of this shit. Man, don't do it. Don't do it. Start standing up to these motherfuckers, man. And once they see enough people standing up for this shit, best believe they'll stop. What the fuck is that? Is that 500 yen? I don't know what that is, but thanks for the donation, Sting 41B. That's what's up. But that's what people need to do. We need to start standing up to tyranny. Start standing up to these terrorists. Start standing up to these bullies that's trying to just bring nothing but chaos and destruction to our neighborhoods. People have fought and died for, and blood has been spilled for land for eons. Shouldn't be any different now. It shouldn't be any different now. Plain and simple. That's all I have to say about that. Let me go ahead and give a shout out to those who donated for tonight. If you're watching this on the replay, you still have time to do so. We are at 5,800 subs. Let's keep it going. We on the road to 10,000, baby. Let's do it. Let's see here. If I got anybody on the PayPal side of the game, we're going to go in here and see. Yep, well, I do. Let's go ahead and give a shout out to there's a video of him running from the first guy he shot in the head. At least 2 of the victims had criminal records. Oh yeah, I didn't even want to bring that up. But shout out to Julius Wilborn, hood your boy for $5. Yeah, all 3 of these motherfuckers had records. All 3 of them, the people that got shot, which don't matter. But you fucking with people, that's what happens. But all 3 of them had records. I didn't even want to get into that. I saw that too, Julius. They did. But and just like how I did with George Floyd, you know, a person's record in the past don't necessarily weigh in, doesn't have a determination on what happens with them with the police. Each interaction is what matters. And when you're doing shit that breaks the law, when you're doing shit going against these commands, that's what happens. And even though no, Jim, here's the thing. because you don't know what somebody's record is when you have an interaction with them. And even as a police officer, what somebody did in their past, I may not know it unless I know the person. But if I don't know the person, I can't assume that this person has a record. I can't assume that this person has issues. I got to treat this person. Now, as an officer, I'm going to use my intuition and I'm going to approach this dude like he is a bad guy. As a police officer, everybody's a bad guy until you prove me otherwise. But in that interaction, that's how I'm going to do it. Unless I know you and I've had history with you, then yes, I take all of that into account. But if I don't know you, I can't assume that you have a record if you do, if you don't. I don't. I won't. I don't know if you're a mass murderer or if you're an upstanding citizen. I don't know. So it doesn't have it doesn't matter at that point in the interaction. Later on down the line, I could have been a person who did 20 years for a crime I committed when I was, hey buddy, for a crime I committed when I was, and my son, y'all, for a crime that I committed when I was actually 15. That don't mean I'm a bad guy at 35. It don't. It just doesn't. Did I say 15 years? That'd have been 30. But it's like it just doesn't dictate that. A person who's paid their debt to society, yeah, they may be a criminal, or they may be they may have be a felon, have a record, but that don't mean every interaction with the police is gonna be a bad one. I know plenty of people who've gone to jail and gone to prison and gotten out and then had tickets, got interactions with the police, and it wasn't like, well, I was known for beating up the police, so I'm gonna beat up the police now. They don't do that. Some motherfuckers actually learn their lesson. They're just saying. So it's like when you're talking about it now as we Monday morning quarterbacking this shit, and we talking about it now, you can bring it up, but it should have no bearing on how a person gets treated. George Floyd was a criminal, a habitual criminal and drug user. Absolutely. He was high on some shit when they arrested him. And yes, everything they did to his ass until they got them cuffs on him was warranted. Once you got the cuffs on, fight's over. It's over with. I don't need to be on your neck for 8 minutes. Don't give a fuck what you done did. You could have killed 30 people. I don't need to be on your neck for 8 minutes. There's no point in it. Whether if I fought you for 10 minutes now and you finally got me, ain't nothing, I don't need to do that because I have you already subdued. If I need help picking your ass up to put you in the car, if I got you hog tied and we got to hoist your ass up, fine. But there's no reason for me to put my knee on your neck for 40 minutes or for 8 minutes and 46 seconds when I have you in handcuffs. You can never justify that, ever. No reason whatsoever. Plain and simple. You can't justify that. There is nothing that I did in the past as a criminal. None of that has any bearing anymore once I get you in handcuffs. Now, if I'm trying to cuff you and you're fighting and shit and I got to tase you, I got to stab you, I got to choke you, I got to bite you, got to shoot you, fine. I ain't got you in cuffs. That's why I said what happened with Jacob Blake. Yup. I'd have lit his ass up too. Because I don't have you in cuffs and you fighting me to get in cuffs. So that means you want to do something to me. Because you know I ain't going to let you get away. So yeah. Also, shout out to, let's see who was next. My man, Jim Edwards hit your boy off with $5. He says self-defense is right. They need to cut it all, welfare existing and current. Child support too. If they ain't no net something, the ain't no net, bitches won't jump off the cliff. If there ain't no net, then bitches won't jump off the cliff. I agree, man. I agree with that. They really do need to cut that shit the fuck off, man. Because it's like the behavior that's coming, ain't nothing, is so much that's coming from it that's bad, it ain't outweighing the good. Can we set up situations where we can help those that have already here? I get it. But to keep perpetuating and letting people know, oh yeah, you can do this. There's no other place in the country, in the world, where a motherfucker can come and lay on their back, have a baby, and instantly get free food, free shelter, free clothing for the nothing, for the free 99. Ain't got to do shit. I can get the 3 basic things provided for me Food, clothing, and shelter. Shout out to food, clothing, and shelter wherever he may be. I can get food, clothing, and shelter just by laying on my back and letting anybody nut in me. If I have a baby, I get taken care of. That's crazy. William Robinson sent $10 to your boy. He said, we totally see it the same. That young man, I guess, did what he had to do in the moment. He sure did. Surely did. All right, that's the PayPal. Let me give a shout out to everybody. Hit your boy on the Cash App. And the Cash App and the PayPal, it still work, y'all. Even if y'all watching this on the replay. And we're going to get on up out of here. Let's see who I got here. Yeah. My man, Michelle Colbray, hit your boy up with $4. He says, I appreciate for what you do, love, and the Midwest up, baby. That's right. My man. Appreciate you. Also for $2, my man Troy Sherman said $1 for me and $1 for my wife, Rebecca. Thank you so much, man. That's what's up. I appreciate y'all. Every little bit counts. My man Angry Man sent your boy $5 as well. Thank you, man. And last but not least, my man No Brass hit your boy off. He said for bringing out the facts, Brian. That's what's up. I'm trying, man. I am trying. But I just want people to get my point of view on this. Y'all can like and click the share button, comment, or whatever the case may be. It was like one of those things to where I just didn't understand how people were trying to compare this to Jacob, compare this to other shooters, because my thing is this. And this was the last thing I'm going to say before I get out of here. All of the black people that posted this dude up as a shooter, it's amazing to me how this many black folks are concerned about a white boy shooting white people. And we have black people getting shot by black people that never hit any of y'all timelines. It's funny. So funny. It's so peculiar. I just don't understand that. If Black Lives Matter, right? If it's all about being, if it's all about justice, how come everybody ain't posting up these niggas is killing niggas and we just letting it ride? It's so many people that I know on social media that posted up this boy on their page, but wouldn't post up the black people that get shot every weekend. The black people that's getting shot tonight won't make none of their pages. They'll maybe at best post up a headline. Damn, 42 people got shot over the weekend. That's fucked up. Chicago, man. We got to pray. Rittenhouse shoots somebody in self-defense. How they let this dude get away? How he walking the streets? How he walking past the police? I don't understand that. We so worried as black folks about what white folks are doing. That's why black folks can't never get nowhere. We so busy to talk about what white folks is doing, how white folks did it too, what white folks did before, and all the while our very houses are on fire. And we talking about the house that's burning 3 blocks up the road, looking at the smoke. And saying it's all this. They see how they do us. See why is it that black folks don't get the same treatment as white folks? Well, why is it that black folks do the fuck shit more than anybody else than the white folks to black folks? Because truth be told, it's more black folks doing stuff to black folks than anybody else. Just saying. In case you didn't know, talk about all you can count up every policeman that done shot a black person over the past 10 years. Count them all up. Every white police officer that shot a black man unarmed, count it up over the past 10 years, and it won't equal to one summer in Chicago, let alone the country, as black folks killing black folks. And not to say that it ain't gonna happen, not to say we gotta stop all black on black crime. I'm not saying that, because crime is gonna happen. But when it's happening at a high rate like it is for us, to be only 14% of the population, 7% of that being black men, and we doing over 50% of the violent crimes to each other and to each, I'm sorry, in the country, and then to each other, it's like 90% or over 90%. I think that's a little bit more of a prevalent problem and issue than it is about what the white folks is doing. The 8 black people that get shot by the police across the country, when we got 114 that get shot in Chicago in a weekend. When we have 20 kids get killed in a month in Chicago. 20 children, 20 minors, 20 people under the age of 16 got killed in a month in Chicago. And we talking about Black Lives Matter and marching over Jacob Blake, marching over Ahmaud Arbery, marching over George Kirby. I couldn't forget. Seriously? Really? Not to say that their lives don't matter, but I'm quite sure that them 20 kids' lives had a lot more promise than these people that died too. And all lives matter, right? So why ain't we going crazy about them 20 kids that got killed in Chicago, but we'll go and set everything on fire and burn everything up, throw Molotov cocktails, throw a discus garbage, do a frisbee throw, and knock a police officer out for that? For a dude who's resisting arrest, for a dude who's fighting the police, for a dude who's been tased and won't stop. We'll knock out a cop for that with a garbage can lid, but we won't do shit for 20 kids that got killed in a month in Chicago alone. Man, get the fuck out of my face on the internet. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to end it with this. Wisconsin, you get out of town shooters, and now you get in-town problems. Next time, get in-town shooters, and hopefully you won't have in-town problems. I did that for my boy Easy. Look, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody. Oh, I got one more donation from the PayPal. I'm going to call you out. You got it in time. My man, John Mayoral. Hit your boy off with $5 as well. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate everybody that came and checked us out. Please click the subscribe button, click the like button, share this with somebody, leave your comments. Thank you to shout out to everybody over in the United Guns of America on the VIP channel. I see y'all over there. Thank y'all so much. To all of my mods, I appreciate every last one of you. Thank you guys for doing such a great job. Thank you guys for checking me out. Thank you guys for always being supportive of me and the channel. Shout out to everybody in Soto Nation. And last but not least, shout out to my brother from another mother, Tommy Sotomayor. I love you, broski. Hey, man, I will holler at y'all later. Peace, and I'm out. Call of Duty time. It's Call of Duty time. Hey, hey, hey. Y'all have a good night, man. Peace.